So unfortunately, no, internalizing for forever is a no-go. I mean, you can try it if you want, but tends to not work out so well. But two great questions. First, this person asked, how do I stop internalizing? And second, they asked about information on the course on trauma that I teach. If the second question is something that interests you, stick around. I'm going to give some info at the end of this TikTok. How do we stop internalizing our trauma or our emotions or all the beliefs that we came to from our trauma and start actually externalizing or dealing with them? And for those of you following me, you're not going to be surprised when you hear me say safety, safety, safety. Learn to internalize mainly as children because it's not safe to externalize. If you as a child went to express your emotions and then were shamed, criticized, or punished for it, you started internalizing. TikTok I made where I stitched the guy screaming in his car and I was like, go scream. So many people were like, I'm too scared to scream. And we talked about how a parent would say things like, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. And the internalization begins. In order to start externalizing, you have to have a safe place, a safe person. This is where something like therapy comes in. When you have that safe person and you have that safe space, you can begin to explore topics and feelings and thoughts that don't feel safe. And slowly and gently and at your pace, you start to bring up those unsafe feelings or thoughts and work through them in a way where you learn it's not going to kill you. Might hurt a little, but not as bad as suppressing it does. Okay, to the second question. I created and developed a course on abuse and trauma that's offered virtually, normally like twice a month for people that are in recovery or wanting to heal from trauma and abuse. It's a psychoeducation course, meaning that it's a lot of teaching so that you can learn and understand what abuse and trauma really is and what it looks like and how it impacts you. So it's not typical group therapy, but there are prompts and questions to answer, and we do share and talk about things, but in kind of a controlled way. No one's obligated to share or even be on camera. It's offered through my private practice. It's a very safe, structured environment, and it's a closed group that only comprises of about 7 to 10 people. If this is something that would potentially interest you, message me personally or put it in the comments, and we can keep the conversation going. It's moldable and adaptable, and so there's many different ways I could offer it, and if it would help, I'd love to do it. So let me know your thoughts.